Polygamy Part 20. Alice stood still, her back turned to Nita, her lips barely moving. "I think this is my opportunity to finish what I started," she whispered. "I will make sure Felicia never wakes up from that sleep." Her eyes hardened. "I don't care if I go down," she added quietly. "But she will surely go down with me." Nita frowned, confused and frightened. "More. Mom, Alice," she said slowly. "What are you saying? Who is going down? Why is someone going down? What is going on?" Alice turned and drew closer to her. She held Nita's shoulders firmly. "My precious daughter," she said softly, almost lovingly. "Listen to me. Listen to everything I am about to say. I know you have wondered why I have always taken your side all these years. Why I protected you more than the others." She paused. "It is because you are my daughter." Nita gasped. "Hey," she shouted, stepping back. "You mean, you are my biological mother? Not Mommy Felicia?" Alice nodded slowly. "But, if you are my biological mother," Nita cried, trembling, "why then did Mommy Felicia run mad after swearing before Okuku, the deity of truth?" Alice sighed deeply. "My child, it is deeper than you think," she said. "These people do not like us. If anything happens to me, they will treat you badly. So this is not the time for questions," she added firmly. "This is the time to stand by my side so we can fight and win." She pulled Nita into a tight embrace. "Whatever happens," Alice whispered, "always remember that I love you." Nita stood frozen, confused, torn, and scared. Alice entered her hut quietly and brought out a small bottle wrapped in cloth. It was the same poison she had once used years ago, the one that failed. She held it tightly.
Felicia,
she
you've
muttered,
gone too far this time!
"You have escaped me for too long. But today, you will see your end." She stepped outside and called Nita closer. "Nita," she said calmly. "Go and sit beside her. Pretend to care. Mount guard for me. Make sure no one is watching. As soon as everyone leaves her alone, come and call me." Nita hesitated, then nodded and went outside. She sat beside Felicia, wiping her face gently, pretending concern. Time passed. People slowly returned to their huts. The compound grew quiet. Then Nita stood up and rushed back. "Mommy Alice," she whispered urgently. "Come. She is alone now. Do it fast before people come back." Alice rushed out, clutching the bottle. She knelt beside Felicia. "Today is the end," she whispered. "I changed Junior from birth so I could inherit our husband's fortune. And you tried to spoil everything after all these years. It ends now." She bent down and tried to pour the poison into Felicia's mouth. Suddenly, Felicia's eyes opened. She grabbed Alice's wrist tightly. Alice screamed in shock. Felicia stared straight into her eyes, calm, sane, and awake. Unknown to Alice, Felicia had already regained consciousness and her sanity. She had heard Nita sneak away to call Alice. Quietly, before that moment, Felicia had sent word to Chief Odom and the villagers. They were hiding behind the hut. Waiting. Alice struggled, shaking. "I will kill you," she shouted. "You ruined everything." The villagers heard everything. Chief Odom stepped out. His voice shook. "So this is the truth," he said. The youths rushed forward and dragged Alice away from Felicia. She screamed and struggled. They pulled her into the village square, chanting loudly, "Evil woman. You must die. Evil woman." Polygamy Part 21. Alice's hand was still tightly held by Felicia when the truth poured out of her mouth like poison itself. Her confession hung heavy in the air, thick, choking, undeniable. Behind the hut, Chief Odom and the villagers stepped out one after the other. Faces hardened. Mouths opened in shock. Some women beat their chest. Others covered their mouths in disbelief. So it is true, an elder muttered. She has been evil all along. Before Alice could pull free, the village youth rushed forward and dragged her away from Felicia. She struggled, screamed, cursed, but her strength failed her. The poison bottle fell from her hand and shattered on the ground, sealing her guilt. She wanted to kill her, someone shouted. She must not live, another cried. Alice was dragged through the village square, dust rising under her feet, women following behind singing songs of shame, children peeping from corners, elders shaking their heads. Her journey ended at the shrine of Okuku, the deity of truth, justice, and balance. At the shrine, the chief priest stepped forward, his voice calm but heavy with authority. According to the laws of our fathers, he declared, anyone who sheds innocent blood, tampers with truth, and seeks death through deceit shall first sleep before Okuku. 3 days. 3 nights. No food. No water. Only truth and the gods. Alice was tied to the sacred tree at the shrine, her back against the cold bark, wrist bound, feet bare on the earth. The crowd slowly dispersed, murmuring, pointing, whispering. As she was being pulled away, Nita broke free from the women holding her and ran toward Alice, crying uncontrollably. "Leave my mother alone," she screamed. She didn't mean it. Leave her alone. The youths pushed Nita back, but Alice seized the moment. She leaned close and whispered urgently, her voice barely audible. "Stay strong, my girl," she said. "Don't fight them. Meet me here tonight. Bring food and water. Make sure no one sees you." Nita nodded through tears. Alice was left alone at the shrine. Back at the compound, Nita ran straight into her room and locked the door. She cried until her eyes burned and her chest ached. She replayed Alice's words again and again in her head, her heart torn between truth and blood. Meanwhile, Felicia's sanity had fully returned. She held Junior and Zita tightly, tears of relief rolling down her face as she thanked the gods quietly. Neighbors gathered, congratulating her, celebrating her vindication, praising Okuku. Chief Odom stood beside her, silent and ashamed. Inside her locked room, Nita refused food. Felicia knocked gently on the door, again and again. "Nita, my child," she said softly. "Come and eat something. Whatever has happened is not your fault." Felicia's heart softened. She blamed Alice for everything, not the child. She was deceived, she told herself. She is only a child. That night, when the compound had gone quiet and the moon hung low, Nita sneaked out through the back door. She carried a small calabash of water and wrapped food in leaves. Her heart pounded as she walked toward the shrine of Okuku. Alice's eyes lit up when she saw her. "My daughter," Alice whispered. Nita fed her, poured water into her mouth, wiped her face. They spoke in hushed tones, whispering plans, promises, hatred, and hope. Alice planted seeds in Nita's heart, seeds of bitterness and blame. "This is all Felicia's doing," Alice said softly. "If not for her, I would not be here." And so, every night for 3 days, Nita returned. She fed Alice. She kept her strong. She listened. On the morning of the 3rd day, the village gathered at the shrine for judgment. Elders sat in a semicircle. Chief Odom stood beside Felicia. The air was tense. Alice was untied and dragged to the center of the shrine. She knelt before Okuku, dirt clinging to her body, eyes burning with defiance. The crowd erupted. "Kill her. She deserves death. Evil woman." The chief priest raised his staff, and silence fell. He began to list her crimes, one by one. Swapping children at birth. Murdering the midwife. Blinding the eyes of Okuku. Using forbidden juju. Attempted murder. When he finished, he spoke the verdict. "Alice shall not die today," he declared. She shall be banished from the four corners of Egbejo village for 10 years. She shall not return, nor be spoken to, nor be aided in any way. If she returns before 10 years, death awaits her. If she dies in exile, her body shall be thrown into the evil forest. He added sternly, anyone found associating with her shall share her fate. Women wailed as Alice was dragged out of the village, songs of shame filling the air, dust rising behind her as she disappeared down the lonely path. Junior was officially declared Felicia's son. Zita and Junior were recognized as her children. Nita stood alone, Alice's daughter in blood, and now in heart. Peace returned to Chief Odom's house. Or so they thought. For inside Nita, something dark had taken root: pain, bitterness, and revenge. Revenge for a mother she believed was wronged. Revenge for truth she could not yet face. And unknowingly, the village had not ended evil, it had only passed it forward. To be continued.